Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to game number 2 in this 2-game series. Hang on. That's the right scene. There we go.
10 seconds
Almost
remaining.
forgot that. That would be disastrous. But yeah, we are back. Didn't quite take as long
5
as
seconds
the previous
remaining.
game took to start, so let's hope it stays that way. My name's Dragon Drop. I'm joined by
Reserve
Morpax, and
time.
this is Mineski versus Trust. How's it going, man?
It's going great.
Okay.
We've had some good games. I'm ready for a few more. I'm expecting probably another Terrorblade first ban. Seemed pretty strong. Probably, I don't know if Earth Spirit will be banned first phase, but maybe second phase here, because I actually think it did look pretty strong, at least by jab. So
Yeah, I mean, he definitely looked a little bit better than Miracle. Maybe it's just it's probably just how the game kind of shaped up to be, right? With him getting the space to actually find the openings in mid and the other lanes. Um, but yeah, Mineski is actually going to ban it out for that reason, so a little bit of respect band there. Might mean that the Terrorblade will come through, and maybe they want to pick it up for themselves. They do have first pick coming into this, so yeah, maybe they want to try it out. Maybe they don't. But
yeah, it's for
5
having first pick.
seconds
It's
remaining.
kind of similar to like Doom last patch. Probably might end up coming into something like that, where if you can get it, you can.
Reserve
But
time.
Terrorblade definitely not as versatile. At least I don't think so. At least maybe he'll prove to be so compared to like Doom and other heroes. So it's still risky to grab in the first phase, but maybe if he's just so broken, we might see teams doing it
Yeah.
anyway.
Entire team banned.
Well, as we said before, it's still the first day into the new patch, and all bets are off really for the most part. No one really knows how well things are working out with the changes, and also with the heroes being removed. I mean,
10 seconds
normally you'd say,
remaining.
all right, Winter Wyvern got hit
Radiant
with
team
Nerf Stick
banned.
pretty hard, right? If you consider the ultimate. So it might not even be in that first pick, first ban kind of area anyway. But her being out of
Dire
captain's mode
team
entirely also means that, well, you're not gonna have that kind of support available to you necessarily.
Well, here we go, I guess. It's time to make that decision. Try to figure out what you want to do.
Still plenty of time, and Trust, they ban out the Dogs here, they ban out the Slaughter, so no big surprises there. They're still solid heroes to play around with. Give you initiation, give you
10
team fight, and
seconds remaining.
first pick. This is where
5
game
seconds
kind of
remaining.
gets its direction. It gets its direction in a way. It's also the point where, okay. So it's also the
Radiant
point where I make a
team
statement, and Mineski's statement is, all right, we just wrecked you with a Vengeful Spirit, so we're just gonna do it again.
Yeah, and again, it's always nice to have these kind of heroes where it's more versatile. So you can never know, like, oh, is this support? Is it going to be a core? Are they going to go like an early strat or move into, some kind of late game stuff with just the swap for the save? It's still pretty solid. So I like this opener, and it's really nice when you're first pick overall because now
10
you get to
seconds
see two
remaining.
heroes from Signature.Trust. Might give away a couple of plans they have, a couple of lanes they're going for.
5
Pick a
seconds
late game hero
remaining.
right now. You can kind of morph into that early game
Radiant
strat, but at
team
least one
picked.
tool will be taken away from Mineski, and that will be the Cuckoo Queen of Pain. Now heading over to Signature.Trust.
Yeah. So the question is, how does Mineski want to deal with that? Do you have to deal with that? I guess you do. Queen of Pain is one of these heroes that can still uh get out of control really in mid game, right? And especially with the Earthshaker now. That's a hero that
Dire
can help
team
out in
picked.
mid if he finds his right fishes, if he finds the right right kind
Dire
of help.
team banned.
But Disruptor being picked up by Mineski, so yeah, that's one of the prime
Radiant
counters to the
team
Queen of
banned.
Pain.
Yeah, and the other good thing about Earthshaker is if they do end up going for one of these little bit of like an aggressive
Radiant
kind of style
team
lineup
banned.
again, the Blink Dagger is just like game over. It's like
Yep.
none of this. I'm done with this. So moving to the ban, so they do ban out the Gyrocopter, as everyone has been pointing out. It is one of those heroes that
10
Locales likes to
seconds
go
remaining.
towards.
Yep. Actually heard it in chat about
5
something about
seconds
909 games
remaining.
on Gyro.
Oh, I think that
And
was probably an
that's
accurate
probably,
stat. Yeah,
yeah.
999 games out of
Reserve
1,000 were
time.
Gyro. That's probably correct. Maybe we'll get his Morphling back. Is Morphling good enough to have Locales Morphling again? Because that guy was a Morphling god. He was like the Morphling player.
Yeah.
Maybe, let's see. Well,
I
Fast,
think it,
guaranteed 100 damage, mana cost reduction. I don't know. Is it happening?
Radiant
It might be
team
happening.
picked.
might be
We'll see.
happening.
I'm gonna hop into happening bunker for a little while, I think.
That's just happening, not happening. Kind of have the checkbox. And right now it's ticked, I suppose. But the
Radiant team
Beastmaster and
pick.
Juggernaut being picked up now. Beastmaster, a lot of single target lockdown, even more ways to deal with the Queen of Pain, and also Juggernaut, frankly. Just trying to lock him down if he's spinning around, maybe trying to TP out on the cover of that. And what do you
Well,
actually think about this Juggernaut here? I mean, Vengeful Spirit also already goes with the swap, so you don't have that safety of a spin TP anyway.
the thing
10
I do like
seconds
about Juggernaut
remaining.
is it's generally good against these lineups with like a lot of heavy lockdown because if it's just for
5
like one
seconds
moment where
remaining.
you are free, you can get off the Omni Slash and you're invulnerable the entire time, which can be really nice.
Reserve
Um,
time.
he's fairly good at destroying Glimpse, which is always good. So like you can always get away. You can't get Glimpse back. You'll just have spin, which is the best. But one thing that I'm just looking at right now is like, where is Invoker? I feel like he's been showing up everywhere lately, and he hasn't been mentioned. I don't think he was last game either, but one of the best combos I love at least is having the Invoker and the Beastmaster. Lots of potential for roaming around the map together, using the Hawks for vision. Even long range Quaswex Invoker, I'm fine with that. The classic is like Roar into Sunstrike and
Yeah.
everything. And as well as Quaswex, it's so good for laying down static storms and kinetic fields when people come out of the tornado. So I actually would love an Invoker here for Mineski.
Yeah, I would as well synergize as well, not just with the Beastmaster with Quas Exort, but also Disruptor with Quas Vex, kind of setting up for each other in a way. So you have so much teamfight control and damage coming out of that. And yeah, Invoker in general, it's a hero that has come back into popularity even before the buffs that he received in this patch, right? Together with
Yeah.
things
Red
like Bane,
team
like
pick.
Earthshaker, just to not Earthshaker, Spirit Breaker, just to set up for these Sunstrikes. But yeah, you're right. We haven't seen that today here in the Southeast Asian scene, so maybe it's not in our mind right now with everything else that's happening. But I would actually like to see an AA here now for Mineski too in the secondary support position. Doing
Yeah,
Vengeful
certainly
Spirit in
would
one.
be.
Yeah. You have the
Yeah.
Juggernaut heal, you have the Witch Doctor heal on
10
top of that as well.
seconds
It's just
remaining.
2 for 1 essentially.
If they were
5
wanting
seconds
to commit
remaining.
early, like it just like this is our lineup, like we're just gonna go core venge again, we're running at your face. AA would
Reserve
actually
time.
be pretty good, just stacking on the early points damage there. From the actually, I'm a little bit worried now. Maybe AA doesn't add enough sustain if you want to try something like that. So maybe can you do like a mid game strat with Vengeful Spirit? I wonder as a core. I suppose we've seen it from VP. They haven't necessarily face rushed every single time. Like Helm, S and Y, building into the Manta even, and like a BKB and stuff can still be done. So you don't have to commit to like a cheesy strat. So maybe the AA is still fine.
Yeah, well, they're definitely thinking about it. I would guess. It's always something that's probably in the back of the mind if you're playing up against healers at this level. So, and what else are they looking for? They would. Okay, the Visage. Uh huh.
Radiant team ban.
Well, one of those heroes that got a buff despite showing some real promise in the competitive scene with the very skilled players. So I mean, namely Lil. Let's be honest here, guy's a
Yeah.
machine. He's like the god of this guy. So
10 seconds
well,
remaining.
it's also another good combination. Like roar into the
5
bird lockdown.
seconds
It's pretty easy
remaining.
to set up, simply because you have plenty of time to get it all going. They're gonna ban out the Dragonites, so Viper's still
Dire
in the pool
team
though,
ban.
which is what I was kind of thinking here for Mineski. Just kind of round it out, right? Like get a really solid mid laner, someone who can help with a little bit of push. I actually think DK would have been amazingly good.
Oh yeah. Absolutely,
Mm.
just tanky enough to stand up to the Queen of Pain, still get
10
your stuff, and then
seconds
just be that
remaining.
anger hero that no one else really is on Star Mineski right now. I mean, they have decent synergy
5
between the heroes.
seconds
That
remaining.
um, just with the Beastmaster, also he goes for Boots of Travel, can just TP onto the
Reserve
Visage,
time.
find that extra bit of lockdown. Vengeful Spirit with minus armor, helping out the birds as well, to a point where they can do a crap ton of damage. Well, with that charges, Visage also goes for that Medallion.
I actually think
Yeah,
Viper might be better, simply because Viper builds mech, and
10
no one else on
seconds
this team is going to be
remaining.
building a mech for Mineski. So, of
yeah, could also work.
5 seconds remaining.
course, another stun's always good for the Witch Doctor. But if I'm banning here from the side of Mineski against Signature.Trust, well, they don't have any time left, so they're going to ban the Brood, and they immediately go for the Jug Magnus. So,
Oh yeah.
I
Dire
wasn't sure if
team
they played
pick.
it, but there you are. That means we'll be having the. It could be offlane Magnus, could be offlane Queen of Pain. It's kind of up to them. And there's the very much expected Viper.
Yeah, good call on your part. But that Magnus Juggernaut can do a whole lot. I mean, Juggernaut sometimes they build the Battle Furies just to be able to farm up and split push really, really hard. this game you don't necessarily make that detour. You're always gonna have that empower to do that for you, right? So quick farm on a Juggernaut means that he can get ahead and get to a point where he's actually really hard to track down, lock down as well. Right, we'll find out, I guess, as we have a obligatory pause coming out. Hopefully he didn't accidentally leave the game again. That would be sad. But yeah, how do you see these lanes actually shaping up now?
I guess it's gonna be. Well, they could go aggro actually. Visage. What's the defensive? It would be Juggernaut, Witch Doctor, and then that's the Queen of Pain who's disconnected. So it would be support Earthshaker. So it's gonna be Juggernaut, Witch Doctor, and Earthshaker.
Well, level one Witch Doctor and Earthshaker don't actually do all that much. I mean, the cask only 3 bounces. Earthshaker he throws on a fish and that's it. If that's not a good one, then well, good GG, right? And Juggernaut also. I mean, he has to spin to keep himself alive and do a little bit of damage, but at level 1, it's not doing too much. And then compare that to Vengeful Spirit. Relatively strong here with its setups done. Visage with the slow, able to get that extra, those extra couple of right clicks in. Oh, could see that work.
Yeah, I can definitely see it. It's just Visage is so good in those situations, and what better core hero to have sending down there than the Vengeful Spirit? So that would be all right. And then you guys get the nice solo safe lane Beastmaster, gets him a lot more farm than he'd probably get in the off lane. And yeah, but of course the offlane Beastmaster, I think it is way better than it used to be. Like being able to stack this camp is gonna be pretty huge. So I'm down with whatever they want to go for. And
unless the camp's being blocked off, so.
Yeah. Oh jeez.
Vipro's not going that way though. So.
Oh, Vipro. Wait, is he? He was the Viper player, wasn't he? Yeah, he was mid last game. I mean, these guys just swap it up all the time.
Well, why not? Kind of good way to keep your enemies on their toes as well, to some degree. If you can play these kind of heroes, or these different kind of roles, essentially.
Jeez, what is this Earthshaker set? That is terrifying. Is that new? His face is scary.
Oh wow, yeah. I didn't mention it.
The little
like
hero, the animated portrait is freaking me out here, but we got a full smoke down bottom.
Maybe Earthshaker wants to be Magnus with these horns. But yeah, smoke down bottom as he said there. We're gonna try and make something happen here. It's gonna be Lackle. It's not exactly the easiest target to go on though.
30 seconds.
Unless he runs right into them without getting spin off, and Raging Potato will show himself. Yeah, he's also on the Visage now, so interesting. So it's just I'm a little bit confused already here with this SEA Dota. I haven't casted that in a while, so let's take a quick look at the lineups before the action starts. Raging Potato, as I said, on the Visage. We got Jesse Vash playing the Disruptor. Cuckoo on that mid Viper. We've got Jules supporting this time around on Vengeful Spirit, by the looks of it. And there's a fight actually going on already. The stun comes out, nice little fissure, but there's a cast bouncing between them as much as it can. But Viper is the one taking a lot of the damage here. Lockouts with the spin. Onto 2, keeps on top of Raging Potato, and this thing's got nowhere to go. Disruptor though will be the first death claimed by I don't know. That guy.
Don't worry, you'll get the hang of it. But poor Visage, man. The lack of what is it? It's no. His armor is actually minus 0.03, so he has 10% magical resistance and negative physical resistance. So he got annihilated by that spin.
Yeah. Well, now bottom lane, it looks like they want to go on Jules as well. Do dish out a lot of damage at the very least, but yeah, this game. Not exactly starting the way Mineski wants it here, with that 500 rotation and kind of turning around and landing them on their asses. Now they can't even feel safe, and they're just going strong. Still sticking to this aggressive tri lane though, and yeah.
Oh. Alright. Well, one thing they do have going for them is that the Ryor did get started up top with level 2 when the Queen Pain was only level 1. She'll hit 2 now, but it just meant that he had a really early boar going and was able to get a ton of her asset on top of her. So this lane's like really hard for him. If he starts out even just a little bit behind, he needs to be like ahead the entire time, and he can't die. Like if there's a rotation for these supports, they need to call it out immediately, because if the Queen of Pain gets a kill on that Beastmaster, that lane becomes a living hell.
Speaking of kills, might see in some extra on the bottom lane. They want to go on Myper with slows once the stun gets on the fissure though, and the cast just bounces between everyone, and yeah, they'll keep them away. They still want to fight here. Fight Mao, he's going for it. dropping low as well, thanks to the disrupt. They actually take out from that, and the right click, Sweet Potato will give his own life though. MyPro gets another Fissure off onto Jesse Vash, but Lockout's unable to continue to chase. It does not have boots, much of the face boots already. It's 2 minutes in, not 3 and 1. Mostly in this bottom lane. So, is this the point where we say, alright, we lost this aggro try, just try and switch up the lanes?
I just don't even know, honestly. I think so. What can you really do though? Like, you're not going to get a kill on the Queen of Pain. You're probably not going to kill on the Magnus. I think this is your only option. You kind of just have to stay down here. I don't know if you can. Can this pull? This pull does work, right? You can get this pull going.
Yeah, we should be able
That
to.
might be their best bet. Trying to get something like that happen, but it looks like Jab's having some connection issues.
Okay, so maybe a little bit of time to actually introduce the full lineup of Signature.Trust. We've got Lockouts already doing quite well on the Juggernaut down here, Witch Doctor helping him out with the Master Bounces from Fire Mao. And mid lane we've got AABBAA, that's his name, on the Magnus. Top lane,
Piece
of
of cake.
course. Top lane, of course, Jab, also a lot of B's and A's in his name. Playing the Queen of Pain. And we're missing MyPro, of course, on the Earthshaker. Now this Indus though on Disruptor, they do see, and that's a Sentry Ward, they do get the cask off, they have the follow-up damage well, at least they get the block off. No way for Vash to go, but are still outside of the Sentry range. Now, actually the kinetic field will keep Blackouts in there. Where's the follow-up? Jules doesn't have any mana to play with now. Well, I guess he has Mango, but didn't have the cooldowns.
Yeah, it just seems like it's so hard for them to get a kill.
The kind of start that they had, I mean, talked about level 1 cast. It's gonna be level 2 cast pretty damn soon. Jab, wow, dropping right low up top.
Oh, look at it go!
Yeah, it's gonna be level task soon. Oh god, Iggy Potato. Blocked up by the Fissure once again. He'll just fall. Stun him to Lockers now, taking quite a bit of damage, but now, turn it up, maybe? Maybe not. My bro.
Oh, so
all dropping so
close.
low. One more right click would do the trick, but it just can't get in range. Kinetic field is to go back in. That might actually be the death of Black LC. Jules has Mango if he wants it. Could have actually thrown another stun. There it is now. Decides to use it on Fire Mao. That'll be the easier kill. Now slowed on Black Hills minus armor. Soul Assumption not quite enough.
This is the weirdest game.
Just getting weirder and weirder from game to game today. Like started off fairly okay in the first series. Then we have the last game with like both teams overextending every single time, and then a little bit weird this game too. Lockout is now after having such a good start, he's being spotted out here, but TP's come out to keep Jules away. It doesn't look like they can actually catch him though. Alright, let's talk about middle lane, because that's an easy matchup to analyze, I suppose. It should be going the way it is going the way it should, right?
Yeah, but at least AABBAA, he actually had a pretty decent start. He was leading in terms of net worth for a while. Just managed to keep his gold up and going, so he'll still be able to spam the waves. It's a little bit riskier with the supports coming in, but he shouldn't die here. Actually, he might be able to get a kill here with the Earthshaker.
Aging Potato,
Yeah.
he did commit on
Yeah,
this
he's dead.
rotation, and yet another one of these things where just say, what?
What did you
What?
expect?
Why? It's like, what do you even say to that? I
can
guess
understand,
initially,
like, thinking he had the rotation,
Yeah.
but he was pretty low. So.
I mean, they started with the Viper Strike from Cuckoo, and I guess there would be a decent amount of damage to field up the Soul Assumption. Maybe they could have gotten killed there, but Viper said, alright, now I'm not going to commit any further. AABBAA, you already have the Secure out. And that's the point where you should have said, alright, let's go somewhere else, but he still went for it. Right? There's a cast now to Viper, and maybe with that kind of commitment, yeah, they will be able to bring it down. Melting on top of it as well. Stake charges will delay it a little bit. Actually, is he actually surviving here? No way. Is he?
Misses.
No, okay. No. Will be ticked out.
Ask not for whom does
Well.
spell tolls.
Magnus though took quite a bit of damage in the process at least.
Yeah, and he, well, with the Arcanes, he's heading towards his Blink Dagger. He has no points in the Empower yet, but he also hasn't had to run into his Juggernaut, so we'll see if he keeps it just... Oh, they're looking for something down bottom.
Yep.
But the Fissure actually blocks off Lakel's, so... just back themselves away. They don't really need like the points in power yet, but a lot of Magnuses will seem to just leave it at level 2 skewer, and with the new changes, it still seems fine. So
We'll find it soon. He still has a point to put into Shockwave. That'll probably be his next thing to go. There's a haste rune now. Cook might actually be in trouble. There's a little bit of lockdown. There's an RP committed as well, and the skewer back. Not quite in tower range, but Jab is here and in time to claim yet another kill. Fimao will end up dying though to the damage over time.
Dire's
But
middle tower
DotaPit does
is
not get
under
the XP
attack.
from that at the very least. But it is a trade nonetheless. No bottom lane Juggernaut. No, he managed to spin his way out. My pro. Also not quite the chasing potential as the Glimpse has already been committed.
yeah, he spun out of the glimpse.
Dire's middle tower is
That's what it
under
was. So
attack.
survival.
Yep.
Gotta love that as a Juggernaut. Not many heroes that can do that up against the Disruptor, so understandable why they went with that pick. And how's this Beastmaster doing? He's getting the Necro. It's actually gonna be really early.
Gonna fight again. There's Jules. He should be going down. His stun throws out, but he gets stunned by the cask. Couple right clicks should do the trick here though. Actually, yeah, he has melted on top of him, so no way out from him
Dire's middle tower
in
is
any
under
case.
attack.
So, who do you think actually is favored now going into the mid game with the way this game's been going? I mean, Signature.Trust, they're getting the more kills, but Mineski is still topping the CS charts.
Overall, it's basically even on net worth. It's like a 400 difference. So the fact that it is still even probably favors Signature.Trust, just because they have better late game, I would say. Simply because they don't have as much of like a fall off on some of their heroes, like the supports and everything. Witch Doctor, maybe Witch Doctor falls off a little bit, but Juggernaut, Battle Fury doesn't really fall off all too much.
It's going Battle Fury though. I mean, he does finish off the face boots obviously. With the Empower, do you still want to go Battle Fury to just double up on the cleave, or do you just say, alright, let's go for Sergeant Yasha instead, so we can fight and into the mid game and carry momentum that way?
I'm a big fan of just sticking with the Battle Fury build. It adds a lot of the regen that you still want, you know, from the Perseverance component and everything.
Yep.
Helps keep up like healing wards and stuff like that as you're roaming around with your team. But certainly, if they're actually going to look to group up and actively communicate and make sure that you are stacking the Empower as much as possible, then yeah, I can definitely go with going with just like S and Y, and looks like he's going to get the ring for now.
Right.
But I think realistically, there's certainly something to say about just making sure you have the Battle Fury. And actually, he's also gone for the third point in the skewer, so it might be a while before you're seeing a lot of those points of Empower come out.
Right. They're now starting to stack up the Ancients too, so it will probably be a little while until Signature.Trust really wants to start committing to bring down some of these towers. By just 5-man pushing on the back of the threat of a Blink RP. And speaking of Blink, that Magnus is getting closer to that as well, about 500 gold off. And
Yeah.
also
Well, for the
sustain
side of
from the
Mineski, like they're about to have this mech done for Cuckoo, and that's when they can start to look to group up because, you know, we've seen what they want to do with the Vengeful Spirit, and they're just gonna look to kind of have the same idea again. There is at least one point in the Gravekeeper's Cloak now for Raging Potato, so maybe he won't blow up immediately. There's gonna be the Necro book very soon, basically about to come out here. In fact, it's done, so it's on its way on the courier, and now it's go time. Brown Boots Necro, let's go, get the mech going. Let's have a party in one of our lanes, take a tower, start stacking up that gold, and try and beat the clock here on the Juggernaut and the Magnus.
With the Roar, you have the strong knockdown available to allow you to take these kind of fights, and yeah, with the minus armor from
Bot rune.
Venge, fighting down.
Just had a nice skewer, it was really close.
Middle lane, my pro, yeah, he should actually just be able to TP out. Glimpse already used, so that's a play there. Couple of exchanges. Nothing will come of either of them for the time being. But yeah, we see Mineski now be the first to start putting on pressure. Top lane, of course, already being pushed in by Ryor. As Jab has kind of rotated around a lot.
Oh, look at it go.
So there's a Blink Dagger now at the same time as Necrobook comes out.
I like the, he's not going for like the max wild
Bottom
axe
lane.
this time. I think he just starts stacking Inner Beast. He has the Omni still. I don't think they'll need it.
Easy kill. Solo Vengeful Spirit, not exactly the best killing potential until really far ahead. Especially not up against the Juggernaut spinning at you and the Queen of Pain who has that extra burst. Didn't have to use their ultimates either, so still in a good spot to keep fighting. This is what Mineski has to be really careful about. I
Radiant's
mean,
middle tower
sure, you have
is
the
under
mechanism now, you have that 5-man push potential, but it's not gonna do much good to you if you don't actually 5-man push, right?
Yeah, I do like this little bit of a split push they got going on here now, though. You got 2 heroes top, you got 2 in the middle, you got a dead vegetable spirit, but she's not too important.
Yeah, I guess it's also a way to try and
Oh.
deal with a Magnus RP, right? If you group up as 5, it's always a chance that you're slipping up for a little bit when it comes to your positioning, and you get caught with a 2-3 man RP, and skewer. He was in this. How can you miss that? Why did he even
Yeah, he
blink
went for the
before
blink
this?
play. Well, it's kind of good that he didn't go into the mid lane because he would have been spotted up by that sentry and probably roared and probably killed. So probably worked out in his favor that he actually missed it.
Yeah. Well, there's another tower push coming out. Timidly here with Cuckoo in front. Not the easiest target to go on with Max Corrosive Skin as well as the mechanism, but looks like Trust, they wanna yeah. Oh, look at this. Look at the birds actually, the familiars. Trying to keep on the Magnus and Desero actually on Jab to initiate the fight. Maybe not, they just think better of it. Cast comes out, Blink from Jab, will almost miss the Sonic Wave here, only gets it off on Cuckoo, not doing too much damage now to turn around. Needs another Blink, but it's not gonna be on cooldown. Triple RP though in the back, on top of Juggernaut spin, skewer back
nice.
into the Echo Slam. Amazing play here to salvage this fight from BBAA. Cuckoo still trying to go strong, same for Potato, but they have all the space in the world now to try and trade out perfectly. They still lose their Juggernaut. Thanks to Soul Assumption, and they might actually lose my bro. Oh, Visage, what a hero. Well, if he stacks up with Soul Assumption charges again, it might actually kill BBAA, but that was not to be. It's a 4 for 5 trade at the end of the day. It was all starting up pretty nicely for Mineski there. I mean, you have to remember, the only reason that they lost so many heroes was a perfect blink RP on 3 heroes into the skewer back into the Echo Slam. It's one of the better plays that I've seen today.
Yeah, really good team synergy there. Good communication, and yeah, it's nice. It's like Techie's Magnus or something there, bringing him right back in there onto that Echo Slam. So I can dig that. 900 gold, head over to the Magnus. He can go for the Force Staff. That's going to be, yeah, it looks like that'll be his next big item. Definitely the most common, but as well, the Earthshake, he got quite a bit of gold. He's going to head up to his own Blick Dagger, and that's what this thing is really scary for this push-heavy lineup. So they got to be fast, and they're going to try bot.
Also holding on to these iron branches, so maybe looking out for some cool tree plays. Probably not. But hey.
Dire's top tower is under attack.
I'm just going to pretend that he's going to do it like 3 more times. I'm sure he'll just buy a bunch.
Yeah.
Alright, well here's the Roshan. This was the next big target for them, so they are onto it. A couple towers knocked down. And what vision do they have? Wow, like none at all. This is really risky. They do ping it out by the Magnus.
Well, the Radiant side does have a decent amount of vision with the wards up and running, but unable to get there in time to actually stop it, so yeah, now they're grouping up. Looking for a target that might be the bottom lane here, it's Queen of Pain. So why is it blinking out right now? So yeah, with that Roshan in the pocket, with that extra medallion on the Visage to amplify the physical damage. Speaking of Visage though, he's out of no man's land right now. He will be caught, and that's the Omni Slash, easy kill.
On the right side, they have a Necro 3. It's kind of insane at 15 minutes.
It is. I mean, that was a safe lane Beastmaster with not getting too much pressure from the Queen of Pain as she was rotating around early, but still. Straight up Necro 3 is quite effective on the hero. The extra attack speed that you get from your aura if you're fighting together. And they will claim it to tier 2. Signature.Trust unwilling to fight there and instead trying to trade for tier 1 top, but even that's not actually a viable option. It's only my pro up top here, and now they're being forced to TP back to defend the high ground. 50 minutes into the game, Mineski once again showing that they want to close out this game as quickly as possible. The Fisher though onto Cuckoo. Still have the Blink RP available, so that's something that you always have to be wary of, and Familiar's just being a little bit annoying. Cannot be resummoned though, so if they lose them, they're gonna lose them for good.
I like that they back here. Like, they've already got the Venge going top, they've got the Visage mid hidden been here, and as nice as Familiar as Soul Assumption is a pretty humongous part of how much damage you want to throw it on this hero, plus the potential for a resummon mid-fight to get even more stuns off and more damage.
Yep.
So I wouldn't want to be trying to commit anything to Rax without all 5 of my heroes there, especially the Visage.
Absolutely.
And Jules. Looks like they won't hit each other.
So we can take a look at the grass and see that Mineski is actually in favor, as you would expect, with that Roshan under their belt and that pressure that they've been able to put on the map as a direct result. But Signature.Trust, they still have a lineup that can still win teamfights quite handily with the Magnus and the Earthshaker. On top of the Death Ward, which can also do quite a bit of damage if you get it off at the right time, and the Juggernaut, who isn't farming exceptionally well, but is strong enough together with the Empower to actually do the damage that they need at this point.
Yeah, and how much does he have now? He's just about there to that Battle Fury. About 1,000 more to go. So he'll quickly try and scoop that up here in the jungle.
Until they have that, Signature.Trust playing a little bit defensive, trying to wait out the Aegis. Not willing to commit to a fight that they know they're at a disadvantage in. Yeah, at the same time though, my pro, he managed to finish off his own Blink Dagger without dying in between, so hey. Even more tools available to take these kind of fights whenever they want to, but it looks like they might just give up this tier 2 on top as well.
Yeah, it was just, I don't know, it looked so good. Signature.Trust won that fight, but in the end, this lineup is still like really tanky. They're running into you, but the Blink Echo Slam, it's going to be the big one. It's only going to be level 1, but he does have the 2 points into the Earth Shock. Generally, hope for a little bit more, but we'll take it.
So let the tower go. There's a smoke up now. Maybe they want to defend this tier 2 mid, maybe they want to get a jump on someone, but yeah, sitting on the high ground, it's only Kuko in front, not the target that you want to go on. Can't quite burst him down as easily.
Top tower is under attack. Dire's bottom tower is under attack.
Quite tricky position for Trust to be in, because if they now lose a fight, then they lose 1 or maybe 2 towers.
It's a lot of pressure when you're someone like the Magnus here, looking for this big RP, and they just don't have the best vision controls. Like you can see, the Necro 3's being used.
There it is! RP! Only on 1! Only on Ryo here. Is that gonna be enough? The Beastmaster will be swapped out even. And there's a Death Ward here though, doing quite a bit of work, but it's gonna be Jab, first one falling, and the Witch Doctor a little bit too far out with that shockwave. All of a sudden, there's the Echo Slam! Oh, absolutely everyone! The Slash comes in, does a bit of damage here before bouncing through creep, but that's Kuko already coming back. Jab though, cleaning up house in the back lines, forcing to drop the back after getting another double kill for himself. And that's all of a sudden only the Viper here. Jab though, forced to blink away, as that Viper is still hitting quite strongly, and there's no solid wave available to burst him down, but there's once again a beautiful Echo Slam to salvage the fight here after the RP, not quite on the mark.
Yeah, just he had to go for it. Just no vision, can't really tell what's up there, and only gets the Beastmaster. Probably one of the prime targets they do want to get. I'm not sure if you got a vision or a fight recap. Mine didn't show up, but I don't know how much damage that was. Oh, there it is. Nice.
Oh,
did it.
Is that the right one? Yeah, seems to be. That's 2k damage on him.
That
1800 on Viper actually, with him coming back from the dead. And
it was such a massive Echo Slam too. It's like one of the biggest ones you'll see. And that was only level 1. I just can't even imagine if that was level 11.
Oh wow.
That's when it really starts to stacking up here with all the aftershocks. But I don't know. It's gonna be enough. They're leading in kills. They're just down by 8. What is it now? 4,000 experience and or rather 4,000 gold. They're actually up in experience.
And if you really think about it, it's Viper who has the most net worth, who's gonna be main core here in this mid game. As Venge is not quite there yet, and there's also the Beastmaster is a lot of utility, but you can't really add too much to the Beastmaster. And the Viper, at the end of the day, he can still only hit 1 target at a time. So
my pro's in trouble. I think he's dead.
Down there, yeah, okay. So as far as lineups go, this is an okay lineup to be slightly behind against, I suppose, with what Signature.Trust have. So yeah, now if you're Mineski though, if you're Mineski's captain right now, how do you continue to play the game? Do you keep
Mineski
trying to go for Roshan and push, or just try and split push it out and just try to extend your lead as much as you can?
You certainly got to start pushing it in. Like your lineup's not designed to go another 15 minutes, so they want to make sure they have the proper Roche timings up. They want to be farming their next set of items. So you want to be talking to each other. Like you need to talk like, all right, what kind of like cost-effective ores can we get so that we're going to be able to go high ground in the next like in 6 minutes from now or whenever Roshan's going to respawn, you know?
Yep.
Like, there's drums on a disruptor. Like, this is an example of that right now. Like, how often do you see drums on a disruptor? It's just like, all right, I will buy the drums. And
Yep.
now your Beastmaster might say, I will buy Blinker, I will buy Mech if they didn't have one already for the Viper there. So he gets the Blink. So now the Viper's going to get Sanj, and what's Venge going to buy? Like a Solar Crest or something? Looks like she's going to finish off an S and Y. So
Yep.
they're just getting items that they're going to have for the fight.
They do have the Visage also, who might be building into their Vlads actually with the Evelyn Basilius now. So that will be yet another example of that. He already has the medallion.
Yeah, it's just like they have an idea that they want to achieve. They nailed it last game. Like, they did get it, even though there were a few missteps there. So just hoping they can achieve it again.
Alright. We'll soon find out when they decide to push again. But at the same time, Signature.Trust, they're starting to get their items up as well. That's the Aghanim Scepter being down on the Queen of Pain. AA of course has the Blink, has the 4-star, so he can do that kind of controlling in a team fight. Witch Doctor, kind of low on levels, of course. That's kind of annoying. Same for the Earthshaker. You said it before. You kind of want to have that level 11 as soon as possible to continue to take these fights. But yeah, the Juggernaut, he went for the Battle Fury, as we talked about, and he had it finished. 2k gold plus more in his bank now too. So he can go for Sanj of Zone maybe? Or what are you looking for here now?
Dire's top tower is under attack.
SOY's okay. He might go for the Blink Dagger for like a better split push kind of a build if he's gonna be like out alone on his own a lot of the time. We've seen that a couple times, but Manta, it's not. It is pretty good for the Soul Assumption and for the Viper Strike. So
Radiant's middle tower is
one
under
might see him
attack.
go back for that.
Radiant's middle tower has fallen.
That's an option. Yeah, he picks up the Yasha, so either that or the Sanj and Yasha will be the play for him. Yeah, as long as
SMY is probably the most common one these days, I think.
just gives you a little bit of everything, right? A little bit of tankiness, a little bit of chasing potential, a little bit of farming potential, and now the smoke gap is 5. Roshan have an inkling that he might be back up soon. Not quite the case. At the very least, they will maybe run into Mineski's 5 heroes. Then it's all or nothing. We'll check the Roche pit.
Oh, this is scary.
There's smoke breaking on the Faimao. Mineski know what's up. Do they really want to fight into this though? They kind of need to bring down the Earthshaker. They need to bring down the Magnus at the same time. That's just really, really hard to do. All you really have is the Blink initiation from the Beast Master with the single target stun. Kind of have to hope for Disruptor to get in and get a good Static Storm off.
Yeah, well, if they're gonna have any chance at it, it's definitely nice to have the Beastmaster on your team. Gonna be getting the vision there from the Hawk, so can certainly help them out with any sort of. All right, nice play, nice play. They don't attack the smoked up illusion. Or rather, the illusion. While they're smoked, I should say. All right, here we go. Skewer, not gonna.
Are they still gonna fight? Looks like maybe not. Roaring onto Lackels, who's spinning out Echo Slam here on 2-3 heroes, and there's some RP! Gets it on 2 more. Queen of Pain with all the AoE in the world, and the therefore doing so much work too. 3-4-2 trade so far. As the Earthshaker also gets brought down, Faimao now with another Soul Assumption, making it 3-for-3. Lackels trying to get on top of someone, but Jules controlling him up, no spin to help him. It's a triple kill for Jules of all people. And now, looking for more. Gets a minus armor to AA, and now out of... Oh, he gets a Blink Dagger out just in time. So he will survive. And Witch Doctor ended up bringing down the Visage still, thanks to the curse. I will leave the Maledict. That's a 4-for-4 trade, man. What the hell, man?
Venge, man, she is just destroying it. She hits so hard.
Yeah.
She did over half the damage of her entire team that fight. Like, no one else even did anything. I don't even understand how the entire Radiant side died, to be honest with you.
Yeah.
Because that Echo Slam was insane.
Yeah, the Echo Slam follow up with the RP on 3 or 2 heroes. That kind of lockdown area right there at the ramp. Would kind of expect the fight to go swooning from then, with the Juggernaut being able to get on the target. Just didn't happen.
Even stacked the Sonic Wave on top too. It just seemed like it was gonna be so good.
And Jules not quite caught in that, and also the Visage. Soul Assumption after Soul Assumption brought them also quite low for Jules to be able to clean up. They just didn't think that, they didn't put any emphasis on the Vengeful Spirit in particular, and at this point she's had a lot of time to farm up. 4-4-2 now, so maybe not the best skill score, but Sitting on top of the net worth chart, especially after this particular team fight, going into a BKB next.
Well, that's certainly going to help her in terms of trying to stay alive and keep the damage out, and maybe be a little bit more like taggy for the team, like get in front of her allies, try and take some of the heat off of them. And what did has he committed anything yet here on the Juggernaut? Not
Not yet,
quite.
no.
Still thinking about it. So, Hezbollah Org Club, is he probably considering his buyback options? And if we take a look there, it looks like they do have buyback on the Juggernaut and the Queen of Pain, which is pretty important considering if going the Aghanim Scepter build, if you don't get off your Sonic Wave, like you're just in a ton of trouble because you've committed all your gold to making sure it's a good spell. So certainly when you go that kind of build, you want your buyback. And Shadowblade Magnus, though.
It's interesting. I don't know. Maybe it's one of these kind of items that you go for that maybe enables you to make the play that you need to actually get back ahead in this game.
Yeah,
That's
it's
kind of a
nice to have
low
the extra
kind of play.
attack speed too.
They smoke up in the back. They immediately break the smoke on Kuko and Jules though. Will be in the front lines here trying to bring down his tier 3 that they chipped away at a little bit earlier already.
Is under attack.
And it's a glimpse back onto Mypro actually inside the Static Storm. The Glimmer Cape will keep him safe for the time being. They'll announce the RP in the back. The roll will come out. The Skewer already there. Now there's the Omni Slashing. Good amount of damage here. Kuku, first one to fall, but this only the Aegis. And now the tower will fall. The Mineski, they want some vengeance here. Kuku comes back. Now turning around. Well, there's a Flying Rats here trying to give them space and actually did quite a bit of damage to Jab, forcing him to get out. And so they will just resume hitting the racks. Not really losing any heroes on either side, apart from that Aegis. The RP has been used though. Jubilee needs the Earthshaker with another good Echo Slam, but it's quite hard. They're not grouping up like that. Interax will fall first. Viper is definitely looking for it. Can he find it with these familiars just working away at him? So hard. Kugu is still in the front lines. Hard target to bring down with the Sanji Yasha mechanism, but now they're gonna try and go. Nice swap though. That also brings the cask back out to Jesse Vash and Kuku, and that opens up an opportunity here. Kuku skewered back in. He's gone to enough. There's another Sonic Wave here, and Jab cleans it up with the blink in. Scream of Pain gets caught though, and brought down. Might have to buy back here if they want to continue to fight. Rangeback still standing, but not for long as Familiars actually clean it up.
Mypro had such a good Echo Slam, but the last moment the Wave of Terror hit him as he was about to blink, and the Echo Slam, nothing. Just in the dirt in the back.
Oh no, didn't even see that. This is kind of the most annoying part of the Blink Dagger. Especially on a hero like Earthshaker. Well,
I do have to say, the Shadowblade certainly showed up in that fight for the Radiant side there, because they know that the Hawk is watching them, obviously, and we talked about that over by the Roshan pit, but because there's no gem yet out or anything like that, they don't have any protection inside the Dire. He just kind of waltzes his way around on the side there, ends up walking right in behind them, noticing they have absolutely nothing for a really good RP to bring them into the base, and without that, I mean, that fight it gets exponentially harder.
Yep.
Now Mypro though might be in trouble here, and he's probably dead.
Now there's a glimpse back. Glimmer Cape though keeping him alive for the time being, but he's still being roared up. They really want to. Oh, LRP though on 3 heroes. Where's the follow up? There's it! There's it! Jap! Fire him out with the Maledict and the Death Ward as well. It's the Winner Pain ultimate, but now Kuku. He wants to get some revenge, he will get it. Just right-clicking them down, fire him out, next one on the list. And yeah, it's also Necro Creeps doing quite some work from the deceased Beastmaster. There's the Omnislash coming out, but now actually getting the last couple of swipes onto Kuku. But now, hey, Jules says hello. We'll right-click down Black Hills, and they will get the Viper, but at what cost?
And once again, it is just AABBAA and Jules alive after a big team fight.
Jules definitely in a better position.
Gem now. Alright, he gets out.
It's a much better position to continue to push here than Magnus is to defend it all alone.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
Well, I gotta say, like, if there's any chance you ever winning a game, it's always AoE. It's always big magic AoE, especially RP, and we just saw it right there with like that instant triple kill, but even when they're stacking all their spells together, it just seems like they don't have the, I don't know if it's a lack of coordination or if it's just a lack of farm, and overall just because they're so far behind in terms of the net worth. It's only 6,000, so I don't feel like it's that.
Yeah,
they just can't seem to close out kills, you know, like, and it costs them a lot trying to chase down those scraps every fight.
And problem that they have right now is kind of the flip side of this kind of big AoE strat centered around your ultimates. Those ultimates are spent, then what else do you really have to play with? Right? So, I mean, we obviously saw the Echo Slam as well as a little bit earlier, as well as that RP.
Dire's
On top of
structures
that,
are
Sonic Wave.
fortified.
But after that, what's the fallout? They had nothing left to deal with a Viper. Right? They couldn't control him, they couldn't kite him. He was just right-clicking them down. Right? So it's kind of almost at a point where we have to get... Where it's not even enough to get 3, if it's not the right 3 heroes. But yeah, Mineski, they are looking to keep that momentum up. Only 5k gold ahead, as I said, and even still behind in terms of experience. But they still definitely feel ahead going for the top lane push. We do have, actually, Talisman of Evasion on the Vengeful Spirit, so potentially a Butterfly coming out. Top of that Solar Crest evasion that they have. And Viper actually going for a Halberd. What do you think about that?
Oh, there's the RP.
What?
I was wondering when this was gonna come.
Now 2 heroes there use everything. Quite everything. Still have the Earthshaker ultimate, but now there's a Static Storm here. Gets Mypro and Jab that will just right click them down once again. Ryo will still end up falling to Lackles, but what cost? Oh, the Echo Slam. It will claim the Vengeful Spirit, but it trades his own life for 3 for 3 in the end. Probably good for Signature.Trust here, to be honest.
Yeah, a little bit unlucky there with the Omni Slash Mantis for the Kells, and looks like he's gonna grab up that Butterflies mentioned there. But the Halberd, pretty good, obviously. Nothing that Juggernaut can really do about it if he gets Halberded up like mid engagement or something like that. It's definitely gonna like kill his damage output, because what else he can do? Like if he's already Omni Slash, he can like spin, and that's it. So there's his Butterfly now. And I don't know, do we have with the Glimmer Cape? We saw it used a couple times already there from the Witch Doctor. It doesn't look like he'll be anywhere near that Aghanim Scepter soon.
Radiant's middle tower
Just
is
the
under
Blink the
attack.
Veil from the Earthshaker. They take another fight outside the base, so trying to decrease their risk in case they lose it, I suppose.
Yeah. Well, they're still holding on to buybacks on core heroes, right? That's the most important part in defending the high ground right now. They can't really afford to lose yet another lane. Still, they do have the Juggernaut who can, I guess, steal the creep waves, but it's just taking so much more economy away from you if you have 2 lanes. They just get half money off. Right, next Roshan can spawn in 35 seconds. Mineski already staking their claim around this general area.
Jab also hasn't committed anything else. I don't know if he's thinking just going BKB. It seems Orchid kind of a little bit late for that. Oh well, actually he's committed something. And is there going to be a Scythe plan then? Because he's got the Ultimate Orb. So
Seems like it. Now the big guy is going to be back up in a moment's time. Kugo actually teleporting back out, so he of course knows.
oh, they need to kill
Signature.Trust
this
coming
before.
in.
Nice. They won't know.
I don't think they can figure though what the
RP?
hell. RP, Skewer, on into Ryo, or they will burst them down immediately. But now is that still an opening from Mineski? We'll find out. As Laka's actually going in deep, but gets caught with the Static Storm. Can't spin out, but it will get saved for the time being by the Glimmer Cave. 4 staff out, and there's this all-out retreat being called. Just trying to get the hell out of there, and this time it looks like they might be able to, but hey, no! Up against the Disruptor, you can't just get the hell out of there. Good Omni Slash show, and they will bring him down again. There's dieback on the Beastmaster, actually. So at least making them work for it, and making them pay for it too.
Even with the dieback though, his respawn is still shorter than that of the Juggernaut, so no real play to be made here. Level 20 now for the Kells.
Still have the Avenge, still have the Solar Crest, so that should be a quick Roshan. Despite everything that's happened, Signature.Trust unable to keep going for it. They use the Echo Slam, they use the RP.
Do they not
Still
detection?
scouting?
Oh my god, they don't too.
What the hell? What? Maybe that's a little bit tilt, a little bit desperate play from Magnus there, trying to snag it with the Shadow Blade. Now Mypro being caught out with the glimpse.
Crumbling.
Yeah, just what it feels like.
Well, there's no buyback on your Earthshaker. I suppose he didn't have Echo Slam anyway, so.
Yeah.
What's the point?
That resign already.
Yep.
It's so
That's
bad.
Get me against the enemy once more.
Well, there's a buyback on the Magnus Force out a little bit early as well. Juggernaut will be back in a couple of seconds time, but this tier 3. is now the main target from Mineski.
Again, it's all in the back of this Magnus. It's really the only option. He needs a big RP, he needs it into a skewer, and he needs to get him right over to Lacels. And a big Omni Slash with basically 0 creep. So here's the swap now.
Swap, but immediately the blink back. But with that pass play, there's a 2-man RP. Not quite sure if that's enough, but they do get the damage off in 3. There's the Static Storm to try and counteract a little bit. And Jules got the BKB off, so he's still fine. They lose the Beastmaster again. That's kind of the punching back here, but they need to have more Cuckoo now. As Lackel's being glimpsed back, so Cuckoo can have that extra space to just right click down. And even if he dies now, he has the Aegis. They're fine with that. Raintrack's down already. And Jules just staying in the back, just waiting for an opportunity to get the right clicks in. Cuckoo mono tank enough to hold on for a little while, but they might actually leave him to die here, it looks like. Still gets a kill on Witchdoctor though, so hey.
So tanky.
Oh my god. That's a big streak going over, I guess, towards the Queen of Pain, so go more money towards the Scythe, I suppose.
And in the end, they do end up earning more cash. They only lose the Ranger Axe, not a really big deal at this point, especially when you have Battle Fury empowered Juggernaut. I'm feeling okay about this, and it will be the refresher here for AABBAA. That'll be his next big item, unless he wants like a Lincoln Sphere or something, which it wouldn't be that bad, honestly. Actually, it's not even that bad of a Lotus Orb game, but refresher is like, let's win the game, because I'm a Magnus, so.
We see the impact that his RPs have had so far. If you have 2 of those, it's just it can be a second chance and can also just amplify the effect of that first RP to a high heavens if you manage to get start off with a good one in the first place. It's just more time for the Juggernaut to just cleave down everyone. That's all they really need. Just a lot of teamfight control, try and get them before the BKBs can come out, and just right click them down at this point. Juggernaut's not doing so bad. In fact, he's at the top of the net worth chart, so hey. Go for the MKB now, that will help them up against all that evasion that Mineski is starting to stack up.
And do they have anything to do with his, though, on the Viper? I assume he'll probably be getting his Demon Edge now. Yeah, he just has the surplus for it. Oh, he's not. He's gonna go for the AC instead.
Okay.
That's a little interesting.
Guess feeling confident that they will. Oh god, jab. It's a gem down.
The gem too.
It's no buyback, as he did finish off the Scythe just a second ago. Try to go for kill by the looks of it, maybe. At least it's a cooldown, but it's not a big opportunity for Mineski, actually.
Yeah, I didn't know he bought the Scythe out. That's really strange. I feel like you really need buyback when you have, like, I mean, we talked about it, but if you have Aghanim Scepter, you need buyback. Because Sonic Wave is your hero right now.
The results, can they actually defend the mini-Rex? Still with their teamfight controlling ultimates, they still have the Juggernaut. But without the Queen of Pain, you're lacking the big burst component.
Well, now it's Earthshaker's turn to do that role. He should be smoked up back there. I wonder if he is. Let's see. He's got one. They're ready to get set up here. They should smoke up the Magnus and the Earthshaker.
Oh.
But the birds are nearby now, so they're going to spot this out if they do go for it.
2 sets of Rex head down. We've got Jesse Vetch coming in the back trying to spot any sort of smokes, but they have to go now. They're just losing their Rex. That's a melee one going down to the Flying Rats, and that's Cuckoo. Being gone, they would just turn it around. The Omni Slash comes out. Not really doing too much worthy of a mission. Now Lackel's trying to stay alive, trying to spin. Now Echo Slam works absolutely on absolutely everyone. AABBAA unable to even get his ultimate off. He doesn't have buyback. That's a man of pause right there. Yes, Cuckoo is about to die without an Aegis, but the damage has already been done. Jap is there with his ultimate, doing that much to bring him down. He's even still alive. GG, well played, is called.
Well, alright, well, they made it happen again with the lineup.
2-0 victory in a 2-game series here for Mineski. It was an interesting game to say the least. I didn't know what was going on half the time. So Modpacks, thank you very much for keeping my head straight there a little bit.
Yeah, it was a pretty disorganized Dota, honestly. Not a lot of synergy other than when you had like the RPs into a couple of their spells, but you didn't really see a lot of like chain stuns and stuff like that. Both teams kind of running around the map. Just it was very chaotic, and it came down to quite a bit of the draft was like that. But I liked what I saw from Mineski. I think they learned a lot from Frankfurt. I think they grew a lot as a team. And it's nice to see them kind of pulling out this whole like core revenge strat that they saw played there, and now they're putting it to use in their own games, and it seems to be catching teams off guard.
Yeah, absolutely. So Yeah, that was us done with DotaPit for the day. Thank you very much for watching, of course, from my side. I'm DragonDrop. You can find me on Twitter at DragonDropDota. And my co-caster for this was Modpack. So where can I find you?
Oh, hit me up on Twitter at Mopax would be the best place, and you can hear all about whatever I'm doing there.
Alright, if you guys want more Dota, WCA is still going on, I believe, and there's also D2CL happening on ESL underscore join Dota Red. Shiva's taking that over as we are kind of preoccupied here with delays this particular tournament. Game 2 actually already going there, so their games are a little bit faster, so go ahead and check that out. Might be back for Game 3, but that all depends on if there is a Game 3. Just head on over there to find out what's happening. But for this stream, for us today, it's goodbye, and once again, thank you very much for watching.